Falls. This is Ghost and Holden on Channel 7 with more advice.
Woo!
Oh, my stars.
Right, let's bring out the letters. Holden.
Yes, alright.
This letter is from Jenna Germ, pronouns she, her, and it says, Dearest, darlingest Ghosty and Holdingle. I've never been called Ghosty before.
I hated that. Holdingle.
I kind of like Holdingle.
No, I hate
Holdingle. Kind of fun to say, Holdingle.
Please never call me that ever again.
What, call you what, Holdingle? Anyway, Jenna writes, I have a really big crush, but I just don't know how to talk to her. She's so gorgeous, it's intimidating. Sometimes when I'm in my basement, I catch a glimpse of her crawling under the crown molding where it touches the carpet, and my heart stops. How do I tell her I dream of kissing all 100 of her feet in praise? All the best to you and the kids. What kids?
Kids?
I don't have kids, Holdingle.
I'm so close to walking out right now.
We just started.
I don't care.
You're already ready to leave?
Yes. Already.
Your tolerance has
Usually
lowered.
I last a little longer, but I think Holdingle really pushed me over the edge.
What are you talking about, Holdingle? I think it's perfect. I feel like you're trying to kill me with your eyes.
Anyway,
Holdingle. Back to the question.
Ghost, would you like to answer this one? I feel like this is very much your area.
Well, I definitely would consider myself the romantic type. I think that I'm very good at the romance and the type because I am the romantic type. So I believe the best way to tell your crush that you want to kiss all 100 of their feet, which, by the way, that is a lot of feet.
Seems like a lot of feet?
A lot of shoes
I've
necessary.
seen more.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like you'd need a lot of shoes.
Well, it depends on the type of feet you have. Because if you live in a more nature-based area, then a lot of people just don't like to wear shoes around there. Or a beach town as well.
But what if you don't live there? Then you need 100 shoes. How do you find 100 shoes that match? Who makes 50 pairs of shoes?
I don't think your shoes need to match, though.
You want 100 different shoes? But if they're all different heights, then you're going to be click-clocking all over the place.
Well, your socks never match anyway, so
well,
why are you complaining
Because
about?
if your shoes are not the same type of shoe, and the bottom of your shoe is a different size, and you have 100 different sizes, how are you supposed to walk? Exactly.
Get it in the same size. It's not that complicated.
No. Not the size of the shoe.
Custom order it.
Okay, well then you gotta custom order 100 shoes. It's gonna take 100 years.
That's not how shoe delivery works.
It takes a year for each shoe. You didn't know that?
It does not.
I actually spoke to Mr. Shoe himself. The
Mr.
head
Shoe?
of shoes. Yeah. The head of shoes, Mr. Shoe. And he told me it takes 100 years for 100 shoes.
That's interesting,
Just saying.
Considering I got my custom order shoes yesterday when I ordered them about 3 weeks ago. So
That's about a year.
it is not.
That's almost a year.
It is absolutely
almost
not.
a year. But that wasn't the question. The question's not about shoes. The question is about...
You brought up the shoes.
No, you brought up the shoes. The question...
Not.
The question, Holdingle, is about love. And I personally believe that you should just not even talk to her about it. You should just show up and say, hey, I'm going to kiss your feet. And I'm going to kiss...
Is that not talking to her?
No, because then you have to, deal with all the, feeling, oh, I'm in love with you, and I've been in love with you for so long. Oh, me too, and you have to have the whole conversation. But if you just if you just be straightforward, and you just tell her, I want to kiss your feet. I want to kiss all 100 of your feet. You will receive 100 kisses from me, because I will go mwah, 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 mwah on all of your feet. 100 times.
I feel really bad for your partners if your method of communication is just, I would like to kiss you, and not, hey, here are my feelings. Because...
Who needs feelings when it comes to partnerships? You just...
Most people, I think.
Tell them what you want, and they'll tell you what they want, and you just do it if you both want the same thing.
How do you handle your friendships? Like when you want to hang out with someone or something like that, you can't just show up. You have to talk to them, communicate.
Exactly. But you don't have to put in the feelings. You just say, hey, I want to hang out with you. And they say, hey, I also want to hang out with you. And then you make a plan to hang out. But if you're like, hey, like, I appreciate you and I think you're really cool and fun to hang out with, we should hang out. That's so many extra words that you don't need to say because feelings are unnecessary. Holdingle.
Jenna seems to be talking about telling her beloved that she would like to kiss all 100 of her feet. She says, how do I tell her?
How do you tell her? You just say it. You just skip all the other extra fluff and you just say it.
But
That's
what if her crush misinterprets that and is like, oh, all you want to do is kiss my feet. That's all anyone ever wants to do. You're no different than the rest of them. I feel like that could lead to some severe miscommunication.
I feel like you're wrong.
I am not wrong.
I think you are.
I am not.
Because if you go and you add all of that extra feeling nonsense, then it can be misinterpreted. Because what if I tell someone, right, I'm in love with you, and then that someone tells me, you kind of smell bad. Get out of my house. I don't know you. I don't remember you. We met one time. Why are you back? We never planned to meet up again. I think there's some miscommunication there because something went wrong, obviously. If you just tell your crush, Jenna, what you want from her, then she'll know exactly what you want from her, and there's no chance of anything going wrong. There's no chance of miscommunication or misinterpretation or anything that my buddy Holdingle is trying to say.
First of all, if you say Holdingle again, I will put you into a chokehold.
I am stronger than you physically. I would kick your ass. You don't know me.
We'll put you into a chokehold.
I'll put you into 3 chokeholds.
Good luck catching me. So, you're telling me that you going over to this person's house and being
I didn't say I did that.
Okay, hypothetically, if 2 people were at each other's houses and one told them they had feelings for the other and the other one was like, it was just a one-night thing, isn't that good that you communicated that? Because what if...
No, because then you get your heart broken and then you go and you walk outside all upset and then you go home all upset because you thought one thing and they thought a different thing and now you're sad.
Yes, but at least you get over it. If you never communicate...
Then you can never be wrong.
That is very incorrect. If you never communicate, what is stopping that person from being like, oh, let's hang out again? And then you think one thing, but the other person thinks another thing, and then it just goes on and on. So when eventually you get your heart broken, it's worse than if you just communicated from the beginning what you wanted out of the relationship.
Because the thing is, Holdingle...
Stop. Please. I'm begging you at this point. Stop.
The thing is, if I don't say anything, I will be by myself and I will convince myself. I mean, in this hypothetical situation, the person with the feelings will just think to themselves, oh, there's no way this other person likes me back. So they will sit there and they will decide, oh, okay, I just won't communicate with them. I just won't feel anything for them. Not in general, maybe in general. And you just don't communicate. You can never be proven wrong. So if you decide the situation is already the worst possible situation, and then you don't talk to this person, they cannot tell you it's any worse or any better. So you are perfect. What are your thoughts?
You seem like maybe you have issues and maybe you should work that out on your own time and not on the air. But
I don't have issues. This is not about me. This is a hypothetical situation, Holden.
Jenna, I would say...
This is about Jenna.
Maybe ignore everything that Ghost just said and go with what I said and just communicate your feelings to her. And then maybe after that, you get to kiss her feet. You seem to have a thing with feet. Good for you. Not judging. Anyway, maybe it's time to move on because I think maybe Ghost is having a little trouble.
I am not having any trouble! This is not about me. This is a hypothetical situation that has nothing to do with me. And what are you telling me to move on for? I don't need to move on. I have no one to move on from. Because once again, okay, I am not talking about myself.
We all believe you. The more you say it, I think the more we're going to believe you.
Fine, let me say it one more time. I am not talking about my... Okay,
let's move on.
Fine, what's the next one?
To the next letter. Let's see. Right. Now that we're done with that, this one says, Hello, Holden and Ghost. I need some advice on how to reach out to someone you haven't talked to in a really long time. Recently, I came across someone I didn't exactly part with in the nicest way, but I miss them and would like to get in touch with them. How should I approach that? Do I apologize? Do I act like nothing happened? I'm kind of stuck here.
Who sent that again?
Oh, I don't know. There's no name on it. Handwriting looks familiar.
Okay. Was that it?
What? Oh, yeah. No, that was it. Not relationship, but like just like a regular like a letter. Do you want to go first?
Well, seems like now someone else is having some difficulties.
Difficulties?
I was never having difficulties to begin with, but it sounds like someone's having difficulties now.
I've never had difficulties.
Let me handle this one, Holdingle.
Oh dear.
So, our little mystery friend wants to know what they should do. I mean, I guess it depends on what you mean by you didn't exactly part in the nicest way. Like, if they told you, I never want to see your face again, get away from me, you might be better off just avoiding them. But if they were like, oh, I stubbed my toe, and you were like, oh, that's too bad, and then they got their feelings hurt because you weren't genuine, then maybe you could be like, hey, you know what? I did feel bad when you stubbed your toe. I'm just not good at telling people how I feel. Then maybe, that's different, and you could rekindle the flames of your friendship. I don't think I'm well equipped to answer this question because I never have bad falling outs. So, Holden, do you have anything to say?
Me?
Yeah. This is our show.
Yeah. I think I don't know. It's kind of, it seems like a tough situation, and I think that
Right. That seemed a little interesting.
It was just taking a minute to load. I think that it's complicated.
Well, we know it's complicated. I said that already.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and I think so.
That was really helpful, Holden. I think maybe we should end there because you seem a little flustered.
I've never been flustered in my entire life, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, Holdingle. My buddy, my pal.
Shut up. Please don't call me that.
My buddy,
Ghosty.
my pal, or Holdingle?
Ghosty.
Kind of has a nice ring to it, Ghosty.
Stars.
Ghosty and Holdingle on Laroom Falls News.
No. Horrible.
Welcome back to Laroom Falls News. I'm your host, Ghosty. That's my co-host, Holdingle. And we're here to talk to you about your problems.
Why?
That's what we do.
Why?
That's exactly
Why was I put in this position?
We have this conversation every single day.
Well, maybe we wouldn't if you weren't like that.
Like what?
You know.
I really don't know.
I think you know.
No, I don't think no. No, I don't know.
Oh, you know.
I don't know.
Well, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. I'm Holden.
And I'm Ghosty.
And this has been Laroom Falls News. See you next time. Falls is a podcast distributed by Cosmic Fish Studios and licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike 4.0 International License.
Today's episode was produced by Alex Achilles and Samuel Zeger, with music written by Maverick Hicks.
Ghost was played by Samuel Zeger. Holden was played by Alex Achilles.
Rate and review us online. For more information, view show notes or visit laroomfalls.card.co.
We hope you tune in next time.